Candace Attorneys was good. Okay, today we're going to be talking about general and basic things that we need to know for exams, whether it's boards or just normal exams. Okay, let's get to it. First things first, it's important that you write neatly. If you know that you don't have a good handwriting, please don't write in cursive. Write in print, block writing, print, like write in block letters in print, right? If the markers cannot read your writing, they will mark it. I can tell you that. If they can't read what you've written, they're not going to bother themselves. So it's on you to write neatly. The person who's marking needs to be able to read your handwriting. Second thing, you have to break your work up, your answers up into paragraphs. Each paragraph needs to contain an idea. One idea. You can't write about Rule 41 and Rule 10 in one paragraph. No. Each paragraph has to have its own idea. Or don't leave out a question completely. So in any exam, you don't have to answer the questions in order. You don't have to go from 1 to 10. You can start with 10, go to 4, come back to 6, as long as you have the heading that says question 1, question 7, right? So answer the questions that you know. Then the one that you don't know, you leave until the end. So if you have a little bit of time left, then you can attempt that question. Don't leave it out. Even if you are tafula and you just write something, anything that you can remember that relates to that, that's fine. You might get half a mark, you might get a mark. It might be the mark that pushes you to pass. So don't leave out or don't skip a question. Make sure that you come back to it, please, especially if you have time. Now, when we're looking at things like Boma court procedure, all right, let's say they're talking about a specific rule and you don't know which rule it is, but you know it's the rule that has to do with service, right? You can say, in terms of magistrates court rules, one has to serve explain it, right? But at least they've seen you know it's a magistrates court rule. Do you understand? So in terms of the magistrates court rules, because they might give you a set of facts and you have to identify the court, match court, shout. And then you say, in terms of the magistrates court rule, service has to be effected on right? So even if you don't have that number there, they're still going to give you marks for expanding on what the rule is. So don't just leave a question out completely because you don't know rule 2 or rule 4. Don't leave it out. So just still expand on what you know about that rule, even if you don't remember the number. Let's talk about the structure that we need to follow when we're answering questions in general, right? 3 things. Identify the principle, explain the principle, and apply the principle. That's how you answer questions in general.